Welcome YouTube to another episode of Headhunter Garage. I am Joshua and I am working on their 04 TSX, completely custom, D-badged, aftermarket body kitted, rims, brakes, LED lights, the whole nine. We'll walk through all that later, but today we are doing a projector bulb replacement. We are putting in Formula J87 Xenons 10,000K D2s bulbs ordered from eBay. I can send you the link in the description below, and we'll go ahead and get started on this. The video, and you want to see more, hopefully we can get some sponsorship and see some cool parts put on this. So please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get started on this. All right, so first things first, you're going to want to take a 5mm hex or whatever size it is for yours, because mine's are aftermarket, because I'm running a bigger size battery for my stereo, because I have an aftermarket stereo. I'm running a 400 watt power inverter for my TV, the 24-inch TV, and the PlayStation in the rear seats. And in order to get to this bolt here, which is a T20 Torx that holds the ballast cover on, you are going to want to remove your battery in order to make room to get your hands in there. So I've done that already, and mine seems to be broken right here, so I don't have to actually remove the bolt, but you're going to turn this ballast here counterclockwise to get it off, and then that will get us down to the actual casing that holds the ballast inside the light bulb. So see if I can get you a good view of what it is I'm looking at here. Okay, perfect. So you're going to want to turn this counterclockwise till you hear it click. Okay, so it's about a quarter turn. You get your click, you pull this straight out and off, and that exposes your ballast housing right here, which covers your actual light bulb. So you're going to want to turn this counterclockwise as well. And then a little bit of wiggle room, pops right off. Just kind of hang that out of the way here. And that is your housing that plugs into your actual bulb. Okay, you're going to want to be careful at this point. Here's your exposed bulb. From here, you are going to remove those two clips. All right? These two clips, you are going to push in and out to remove them from their housing on both sides. Okay, and then that will help you to remove the bulb so that you can add your replacement bulb. So let's get this repositioned here. Some good footage here. Let me see if I can move this wire out of the way so you can get a better view. Be careful not to unclip this wire right here, because that houses your main power for the ballast. And then let's go ahead and unclip here and unclip here. All right. And it's just a simple little push, and it comes right out of the housing. Then you will pull this clip that houses the bulb. Okay, let's see if I can get you a good view here. This, you're going to pull this forward and out of the way. See how that just kind of drops down there? Let that hang a little bit, and that gives you access to your bulb. So you're just going to kind of gently pull it straight out. Make sure not to hit anything with it. All right, so here's your old replacement bulb. Like I said, you don't want to touch any of this area with your fingers or anything, get any oils on it. These are going to be your contact points where you're going to put it back in. So you got the square notch right here at the top, and you got these two pins right here on the side. These are going to be facing horizontally, and this is going to line directly up with the housing on the inside of that. So let me go ahead and place you on a quick hold and get this other bulb out so that we can get this thing installed here. So give me just a minute. All right. So it's always best to be wearing gloves when you're doing any kind of work like this, just because you don't want to get any oils from your fingers or anything on any bulbs or anything like that on any of the electronic areas. So, go ahead and slide my gloves on here, remove my bulb from the casing. This is my new bulb. As you can see, it is encased in plastic. You will need to remove the plastic. Remove the white O-ring that is holding the light in place. It's a little plastic or paper O-ring. You just get that out of the way. And get this plastic cover off of here so that we can get your bulb installed. It's best to put your old bulbs, if they're still usable, back in the plastic casing that it comes with, so that if anything happens, if these short out or if they're not very good bulbs, because they are from Amazon and eBay and stuff like that, you can go ahead and put your old ones back in. So, your main thing is you don't want to hit this bulb on anything because you don't want to crack it. So, install it very gently, very slowly back into the original housing. And like I said, line up your little square with the unit. You'll see that there's really no wiggle room once you get it in there. You'll feel it kind of snap into place a little bit. All right, so now that's back in. If you can see what I'm looking at right here, you'll see that all the contact points line up. So that little gray line, the square line, and the other triangle line on the right side all line up into place to fit the bulb incorrectly. Then you are going to take your wire clip that you unplugged earlier and connect that back into its housing. By simply pulling it back up into place. Make sure you don't catch it on any wires or anything, so that you're not pinching anything when you go to reinstall it. And you are just going to gently push with your finger around the original metal housing that was holding it in place the first time. So, clip in. Left side is, if I can show you, if we can get to it. Left side is clipped in. You see how it's sitting behind that metal rod? That means that it's in place. And then you're going to do the same for the right side. Just gently pull your finger, push it to the right, pull it behind the metal rod, and clip it. Good to go. Once those are in place and everything is nice and clipped, let me see what I'm doing here. Yep, I'm in place. Just make sure. Yep, everything's housed nice and tight again. You're going to go ahead and take your ballast here and push it onto the bulb, twist it to the left until it engages. You'll feel it engage and click. You are installed. Okay, then we are going to reinstall the battery and turn the lights on so that we can make sure everything's engaged before we put this back on, in case we have to take it all back apart again. So let's pause for a moment here, get this battery back in, get this light turned on so y'all can see what's going on here. All right, so go ahead and set that down right there for now. I guess we can set it back here. All right, we're going to hold that there for a minute. Actually, since I got this open, I'll go ahead and wipe out this engine bay compartment for the battery, so that it's all nice and cleaned up like the rest of my motor, because I just did the engine the other day and cleaned up a lot of the areas, so I don't want any extra bullcrap, grease and dust and everything sitting there if I don't need to. So now that I got it out, I might as well go ahead and clean it up a little bit here. So let's go ahead and get all this wiped out. Get all that nasty grease and everything out of there. Because a clean engine is a happy engine. So any chance you get when doing repairs, if you can clean up the area around where you're working, it's always a good idea to do so, so that you know that it's done, out of the way, and you don't have to worry about it till a while down the road. So now that all that's wiped up, all dust is cleaned off, everything's out of the way, all good, all connections are strong, battery tray is all nice and cleaned up, we can go ahead and reinstall this battery. Forgive me if I sound a little strained. I am working in my garage with my door closed, and it is a little hot in here this evening. So let's go ahead and get this put back in here. That's set back on my battery tray here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reinstall this battery and turn her on and make sure that everything fires up nicely and it looks all clean. Give me just a moment, I'll be right back.